It shouldn't be. I guess it is starting. Never mind.
All right, I'm going up to my perfect spot.
Same.
All right,
Let's go,
you better
dude.
make there in time.
I will.
Ooh, running.
All right. Anyhow, we're doing our new. Or
All right, guys,
match.
we've got Jacob, Darksword, and Jordan. This is gonna be a good game. This is a captain versus a war.
though, as we've
This is
seen,
gonna be a
Jacob
good
Darksword
match.
has historically been Warlord, at least since first age, and I would imagine in second and third. So he does have the skills, though. He does have the skills, indeed, even though the badge says otherwise. Because rank PvP can be a bit interesting. We'll say that.
Definitely. I see that that minion coming up first turn and the stun block. So the ice is being actually pretty smart this time, and playing it safe as soon as possible.
We've got a lot of good moves out here. One of the most important things that I noticed just immediately off the bat is Jordan is kind of showcasing his wonderful pet, which is a Grimhorn that has set resistance to for ice shields. So this might help him out a little bit.
Definitely. That would actually be a huge advantage, having set shield.
So I think it comes with at least
100%.
2 additional
3,
set
actually.
shields. 3. That's right.
Yeah. 70 storm 70 ice resist plus the 3 set shields of 90, and I'm guessing he has his deck full.
So it's probably that'll probably come in handy later on. Looks like we're getting the minions out, which makes me a little happy. So maybe we'll start fighting for the bubble here in a little bit too, like the previous match that we saw earlier today.
Now I definitely see Jacob trying to take out the puppet. The puppet usually doesn't do anything, but it gets annoying over. Definitely
Yeah, it
does.
really does.
Especially like, well, I don't think he will take it out though, but it was definitely a good play by Jordan. Fizzle. Okay, never mind. Puppet is I go back on my words. All right.
This is an interesting move to see. We got an aftershock coming out right now.
Taking out the minion and dealing some damage.
But also using all of his pips. So
Well, I think he was going for Jordan with Blade, and that's what I feel Jacob thought would happen, and that's why he kind of went for that. Plus, taking out the minion is a huge advantage.
it is quite an advantage for sure. The only thing is it did come with a big sacrifice of his pips compared to Jordan, who only had to use 2. So we'll see. This might here could just be a really easy Orpheus or a Minotaur, and that is quite the advantage that Jordan has for being first.
Block. Yeah, that was definitely the move to go though. I feel hitting this early at this point without a stun block would be nothing.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the worst thing, but it's definitely not a bad idea to put that stun block out sooner than later. So
yeah, and they're gonna start fighting for the bubbles again. The best part of the best part of the match.
Yep, what do you know? Here comes another one.
Yeah, there we go. You think it's gonna go on for another turn? Jacob. Nah.
I don't know. We'll see. I want to know what the chat thinks. Chat, let me know. Who do you think is gonna win? Jacob? Jordan's gonna win. I'm interested to see what everybody else.
Jordan.
Got some Jordan.
Jordan. I want to go with Jordan too.
Everybody's thinking Jordan, and I could probably take a guess and say that's because he's first.
Well,
If I had
not
to
only
take a
because of
guess.
that, I would go with I like Myth in PvP. Myth is not the best school you could go for, but if you actually know how to play
Did
it,
he
you can
just
play it off really
did he
well.
double stun block?
You
Was
can call it
anybody
more
paying
of an
attention?
expert school, really. Like,
Does
because you have
anyone-
schools
does
that are
anyone-
easy to play, but then Myth and I guess you can say
Hold
Death are-
up. Did
in the pro.
he
Oh?
abide by the cooldown for the stun blocks?
think he
We'll
did.
have to get refs checked on
Was
that.
any of the refs paying attention to that?
I mean, we have stream to kind of check
2
on that.
rounds. That was 1. Yes, 2. Okay, it was 2.
Okay,
That was
okay.
2. Okay.
Like,
I was like, those are pretty close
these cooldown
after each other,
rules are
which isn't a
very
big
new.
deal.
Oh,
and-
remember, he stun blocked and then wait. Ooh.
Yeah, a ref will count, but
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
It's weird.
he bladed, did the bubble and stuff. So yeah, he's good.
Okay.
okay.
He's alright.
I wasn't paying much attention, but as long as somebody else is.
Yeah, like these rounds go by pretty quickly, and sometimes like you just get confused. Like you thought like 2 rounds ago was like last round or whatever. So it happens to the best
Yeah.
of us.
Yeah, definitely. That's the only part, like the clutch part with games like this is, like you would not double think it usually in like a regular game for Scion.
Mm-hmm.
So you would just kind of do it, and then like you remember that you have this rule, and you just kind of DQ yourself pretty much. If something like that would have happened, would that be a DQ and
It
Jacob would win automatically, or would we restart?
I don't know. We don't have an official ruling for when we do a match redo versus you're just straightly DQ'd.
It depends on how early in the game and if it was actually.
I think
the rules.
because nothing's official on that because it depends on the situation. I think as long as like 5-ish minutes, but I could be mistaken because part of it also comes down to we only have so much time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So as it always is, it depends on the ref.
Chat right now is saying Adrian the Wizard is saying Jordan beat an Ice Wizard earlier. Ice Wizards.
Ooh.
So especially with like an Ice playing with the current rules, he kind of has an idea. Definitely, like they would play differently. Like Jacob probably plays different than the person he went up against earlier, but it kind of probably has the same cards and everything. So I'd see that as a pretty big advantage too. Getting used to a certain school.
I think that's the first set shield we've seen so far, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Are we getting a new
reset
call?
this match for the same turn order. I think the match is going to be reset.
Are we resetting the match?
Yeah, the stun block actually was 1 turn, not 2. You stun block.
So you were right? Block. Like they reviewed the footage and
that was too soon. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
like
glad it got called.
I mean, it's better to be called than like later in the match. Like, oh wait, this match is invalid. So they did say redo. Yeah.
They're saying redo. Yeah.
Yeah. So part of that is as a player, you gotta be really careful. Now most of the time refs mention like how many cards are at or the time in between, but technically that's a courtesy because you are responsible of knowing these things. Of course, it depends on the ref for how lenient they are on.
Okay, Jacob is trying to fight back right now, trying to see if he can.
Did they mention that they're redoing the match or no?
They're redoing the match with the same order.
All right, same order.
Jacob is trying to ask if he can do it randomly instead of the myth going first, so he could have a chance of kind of getting an advantage.
I guess that is fair though, because let's just say we redo the match, but say, hey, your turn order is not guaranteed, or maybe.
Well, right now the ref didn't. She said at first that they're gonna have it the same order.
So the myth is double stun blocked without properly waiting the 2-round cooldown. So
yeah.
No, it's a new rule.
That was my bad though. I could have sworn that he put up the.
So we were right on being skeptical, because as shoutcasting, time blends into each other, because we kind of at times like don't know how long it's been. Like it feels like 5 minutes ago was 2 seconds ago, and sometimes it's longer. It's weird.
Why same order? Because honestly, I think it should be random, just because the guy that went first
part of it
has advantage. Does that, but I guess I get
it depends because there's penalty in terms of because he broke the rule, but we're kind of off. There's a lot of ways they can go. Refs enforce this there's some freestyle in it, and also part of it also could be like Mike was like, okay, like as like the ref team collectively decides this. As we advance further into the tournament, will be more refs.
The goal to replicate the original match. Okay, that makes sense.
The goal is to replicate. Okay, that's good. Yeah, there's a couple ways to do it. It's just some of these things are a bit interesting. We may need the vouch for him.
Well, I just looked at the people watching the stream, and his name is there. It's up to you though, if you want. It's definitely up to you.
We'll let chat figure that out. Anyhow, I guess you guys should commentate the match while we figure that out.
All right. First turn, we got a blade, and I didn't check what Jordan did, honestly.
So it looks like the consequence for the double stun block out of the rule order supposed to was that he had to pass his first turn. So that means that Jacob basically got a free turn on the blade. But it looks like he's still a little unhappy about it. But I guess it doesn't necessarily change the situation much anyway. But that is the referee's calls, so that's what they plan on doing.
Well, I don't get why he's complaining that much though, but anyways.
It doesn't make too much of a difference in the very end, but I mean, it's whatever.
Right.
I'm sure that they're just going to continue on and try and be a little bit more keen on the penalties and stuff. So.
Yeah. All right, so they're switching it up. They're not going for minion time. They're trying to, shield up, stun block, blade. I see pretty much Jacob is trying to make sure to get rid of all shields since he's second. Maybe deal as much damage as possible. Stacking up on traps. Jordan has to be good. Like, he's going to definitely be better. Stun block.
Yeah, but according to the rules, he will need to wait one more round if he even did have it up in hand. So,
yeah,
we'll see what he does right here. Might be King R.
Ooh.
Okay.
I think Jordan won't go for a Scion anymore since that Jacob already knows he's going for one. So once he has enough pips, Jacob will try to counter it the turn before.
That's true. So it looks like we're gonna get a little bit more aggressive here in the beginning than originally, which is awesome. So it's a little bit different from the previous session. Might follow up with an Athena. Could see an Athena coming his way.
Athena definitely would be a good idea.
Well, it could also be Ninja Pigs. You never know. It is an open shot though, so we'll see what Jordan decides to do here, and what he wants to do with 6 pips versus Jacob's. What is that? 12?
Yeah.
I think that's 12. Yeah. Sometimes I can count. It's awesome.
Counting is a good thing. Counting is definitely. So what about Jacob? Jacob is kind of racking in on pips. You think he could go for anything like?
Honestly, he could go for a Scion.
You think so?
Like, that sounds kind of crazy, but he could do it. Because what is the rule for the Scion? It's having, 90% health?
Yeah. Which he definitely does.
For an ice, he would want to do it sooner than later. So he may try and pull it out here. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what he decides on doing.
Well, he goes second, so if Jordan actually decides to even do any damage, because he's already down to 7,000 out of 8,000 and a half. So any damage dealt would kind of just make that Scion unvalid. Like, it would just do no damage.
That's true. We'll see what he does right here.
Yeah. All right.
He's going for a Frostbite. Okay. An interesting move on a myth. He might be carrying shift. He may just transfer back over since he crit.
Yeah.
That will be doing quite a bit over time. Probably 400 to 500 a turn.
It definitely will, but I feel like he'll kind of just push through it. I think Jordan right now is in the mood trying to deal as much damage, just trying to hit, and wouldn't really concern himself with wasting a shift.
That is
They're
true.
Still fighting over the bubble though.
They definitely are. So we'll see what Jordan decides to do here in a little bit. He may just make him think that he's not doing a whole lot, and then all of a sudden he throws a stun block and goes for Scion. We don't know.
Yeah. He's already passed.
Could also go for a calendar. He's got enough for that too, and he's got a blade and a pierce bubble, or not a pierce bubble, but a pierce blade.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But for now, he's gonna put out a minion.
So what is the strongest aspects of a living puppet though? He does shield, right? But
he basically just takes off shields.
Yeah.
That's what he's good for. So he doesn't cost any pips, and in a sense, it's kind of a mentality thing for your opponent. Are they willing to waste a round on a minion that only has 45 health? Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't.
Yeah. All right, stun block is coming in right now. No, bubble.
Got the 25% time of legend coming up.
Yeah.
Got the legendary living puppet using the highest amount of damage possible with that Thunder Snake.
27. Let's go. Let's go, living puppet. I believe in him.
Jacob is critting all of his frostbites though, so these are going to do a lot.
Jacob is below 90% though, so a Scion wouldn't be valid. That's why he's kind of keeping low pips and just trying to do damage.
That's true. That is true.
This is gonna be a good game.
We'll see what Jacob
There we
does.
go, the
Oh, he's
calendar
going
that
for
you
the
predicted.
calendar. Okay. He's willing to take his chances. He's got that pierce bubble. He's got a blade, and the actual bubble. So
Yeah. This is gonna do like 3k? More?
I would probably say about 3k.
Yeah. This is gonna hurt right there. There we go.
There it is. Almost right on the dot if you were to include the damage of the
puppet. I like that little guy.
Just tack on that extra. Oh wait, it didn't do anything.
It's the thought. It's the thought.
It's the thought that counts. You are right.
Yeah. Going first has a big effect. Yeah. All right. I think he's just gonna kind of blade up. That would be kind of the smart move, or shield up actually.
That or he's gonna replace the bubble again. But it looks like he's gonna blade. This is a 40%. Poor living puppet. Come on, living puppet.
He let us down right there.
Let us down. That 75% accuracy, you know? Or is it 70? I think it's 70. I don't remember.
It's 70. Well, yeah. Alrighty. Okay, another stun block.
So a second stun block's coming up. You know, to be fair, Jacob is in the danger zone for the Scion, so even if he shields, it could do quite a bit. And we have the minion over here that continues to take off shields.
Now, Jacob probably will, yeah. I was going to say shield, but that works. And the thing is, Jordan needs another pip. I think Jordan will try to blade or do something like that.
That is true.
I think he'll blade and try to hit through any shields Jacob does. Since he already has his condition met, it does double the damage.
That or we might see, I was going to say, some kind of aura come up, which I was kind of expecting an infallible, but, you know,
Yeah.
Now, if I was Jordan, though, I would be a little concerned with the potential of a Lord of Winter coming by. That would take his pips and make it harder for him to use Scion, if that is his goal.
Lord of Winter would have
be interesting to see what he does.
Okay. Will this be the Scion? Or will it not? That's the question. Oh.
He's going for another King Art.
You think he didn't pull up his Scion
This is
then?
quite an interesting strat. You know, any crit.
And he gets a Pierce Bubble for he gets a Pierce Blade for the next attack.
That's true. And it only costs him 8 pips.
Yeah,
so he is able to use a Ninja Pig's next turn if he gets a power pip.
Yeah.
How much GG?
The puppet keeps trying. I feel bad for that little guy. All right, the puppet's gone.
Aw. Can we get a rip in the chat for the haunted puppet?
Big rip in the chat, guys. You guys are too fast. Oh, the code.
I was gonna say, we're talking way too fast. They can't keep up.
They can't keep up.
Can't keep up. You know they got that tab up. So we got a bubble replacement, which is an interesting move because honestly, I feel like I could have seen Jordan using Ninja Pigs there to try and finish him off.
Or saving pips, honestly. Like, I do get he's trying to go for as much damage. Ooh.
See, had he done Ninja Pigs there, he might have been able to finish him pretty easy, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But I think that was the second turn of the dot, so you know we can't be returning over here. That'll finish off on Jordan.
1.3 though is a lot, especially with back to Jordan.
And we're gonna be using Athena now.
Jacob will be down low. Jacob, if he can't, I guess Jacob won't heal though. If he can't pull up a decent shield for next turn or like a few turns.
This might even be it right here.
Nah, I told you, he's barely gonna
just a
live by
little
that.
short.
Yeah. A tower shield will not save him though. He need a set shield right there if you wanted to maybe survive a 2-pip hit. Because Jordan does have trolls. Didn't he do a troll last turn? Like
I
last
think he
game
did.
before he left?
He did. He used it on a minion. So, and maybe Jordan has another haunted minion put out. But it looks like he's just gonna reset his aura.
Yeah.
And we're seeing an infoul from Jacob.
All right, all right. I think Jacob at this point is just kind of hoping that nothing happens, and he could pull in a hit right now. Oh. Wait, I wonder why. He could definitely kill with any hit.
That's definitely an odd move from Jordan, maybe because it's the only thing he had on top that he was willing to sacrifice. So, you know, maybe keeps him from getting hit by another Lord of Winter or something, because he is in a danger. You know, he's got to be careful.
But you got to remember, Jordan goes first, though.
That is true. But Jacob could also easily steal his ward. But it looks like we're coming out with a Minotaur right now. And that is enchanted.
And that is the game. That is definitely the game right there.
Man's just fled.
That was not, like...
He just dipped.
You could have taken the defeat, man.
Can we get a rip in the chat, please?
Indeed, indeed, indeed. What a match.
That was, like, it was a really good match. It was well played. I just felt that Jacob kind of gave up towards the end. And that's why he pulled up that infallible. Like, he probably didn't have anything else to play. Yeah.
Jacob is a mood. Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes. Anyhow, that was fun. I believe that is it for today in terms of matches, though we still have how many codes left?
How many codes, guys?
We're just going to toss